All right, chat. You guys ready? I bumped the button. So let's just move into here. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? The evil genius of professional wrestling, Titus Machiavelli here. Covering up for the roster. No ignition tonight, as was said in chat. I know a lot of you guys want to see, live at Ignition or at Lakeside Amusement Park. Unfortunately, to give you guys a good, strong signal, we just don't have the bandwidth, and that's just us wanting to make sure that we give you the best possible product we can. As you can see, I am alone tonight. Both Coastal and Marky Pins are out of here tonight. So we're going to cover the next hour and a half, try to get through about 4 episodes of Ignition. We last month went through and covered the first 4 episodes ever for Ignition. Tonight, the plan is to grab 4 more, try to be done at 7:30. After that, I'm going to head over to my channel. I'll give you guys that link at the end of the stream. I'm going to hop on, stream for a while. I'm going to be playing No Man's Sky tonight. New update. Their Echoes update came out today. If you know anything about me and what I like to play, video games, No Man's Sky is amongst the very top game that I want to play. And we're going to play that for, I'm planning on going for a while. You guys can be here if you want to, but I'm going to be playing for a while because I'm excited about it. I have a video kind of covering the update. If that interests you, you can go to my channel. And again, we'll we'll cover all that later. But we have to cover the breaking news in professional wrestling just for a few minutes. I'd be remiss if I didn't. We are a pro wrestling company making this a pro wrestling channel, and it is always all about Rocky Mountain Pro. However, tonight we are learning the devastating news that Bray Wyatt has passed away earlier today. His father, Mike Rotundo, got a hold of Triple H. Triple H posted on X, and we've lost just a genius when it comes to this business called pro wrestling. Bray Wyatt passing away at the age of 36. He leaves behind a wife, children, parents, a brother. And he's gone. And it's kind of it's heartbreaking. It really, really is. Yeah, Thor, I wouldn't post if I wasn't positive. It is it's a top trend in the world on Twitter, on X, or whatever the frick you want to call it. But yep, that is the news of the day. We lost Terry Funk yesterday. This one does hit. This one hits harder. I mean, as I said in TikTok earlier, an hour ago, you become prepared for people like Funk. You get more prepared for people like Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, and you just get ready for those things. You're not going to be ready for a guy like Bray Wyatt passing away way, 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 way too young. I was really, I'd had it in my stomach that he was gonna show up at SummerSlam. Obviously did not, and unfortunately he is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Wyndham Rotundo. So on that said note, let's try to cheer things up. Take a look at chat real quick. We see former RMP star RJ Kiernan, former Twitch. Now it's the integrated into the Ignition Championship. Canadian Jet, who's changed his name again. Is that what I'm saying? From the Canadian Jet to Canadian Jet Life. Man, you're worse than me. Queen Vampiress is in chat. Thor Nelson. Oh, goodness. I'd like to see you. Michael Childs is in chat. Baker Pat, welcome all. We're going to cover ourselves with some RMP. So let's get ourselves going, guys. All right, this is the
and it feels so good.
Fifth,
this is the reboot edition.
Fifth episode of
Rocky
Ignition.
Mountain Pro Ignition. And yes, I am alive and well. This is Lucas Bradwell alongside the heart and soul.
See us at Bierstadt,
proprietor of Rocky Mountain Pro,
where you'll find us every
Mercury
week on Charged.
What a way to kick off.
What a crowd we have been getting the last number of months.
Right
this last month,
incredible. Great to have you back, Lucas
1,000
Bradwell.
people in attendance, over 1,000. Quite an amazing growth at Bierstadt Lager House in the heart of downtown Denver.
Sugar-free Mario Vanger from the Rack House Pub down on Blake
Former
Street
is a fluid term. Never say never. I know I miss you all.
No, this is a different crowd
technically,
than used to seeing,
you're not current on the roster. That's my fluidness. Look at Dewey. He looks a little young there, doesn't he?
Champion Sugar-free Mario Vanger. Two colorful characters, to say the least. Mercury Yaden. And what do we got going on here? Looks like we got a little.
Obviously, we got Mario Vanger, former Rocky Mountain Pro champion, Charged champion.
Does a slight knee
And I
he's
don't
done with the crowd.
remember
This
Aldo
is
Rose.
what
Aldo
you can
Rose.
expect here on Ignition, a very lively crowd. And
If
very
we
lively
had
competition.
Lucas
The
Bradwell
beauty of the
here
Rack
or in
House
chat,
is
he
it's a
would
completely different
update
environment,
us
it's a different
all.
feel. It's a later night crowd. No
Wait,
barricades.
this
here. You
is.
can
I'm
see the
sorry.
fans
This is
right up on the
not
ring,
Beer
as close
Stad.
to the action as you can
My
possibly
bad.
get.
This
They're about to get
is.
some action here with
Oh
Sugar
gosh,
Mario
this is
Van, its former WWE superstar.
place that it
Aldo
no longer
Rose.
exists
And
anymore.
roll through there, avoiding
Up
the
in
lockup.
Broomfield, I
And a
believe.
Beautiful cartwheel. I give that a 9 out of 10.
Maybe you
Let's
should,
see how
RJ.
Sugar Free is going to
Maybe
react
you should.
to the shenanigans here of Aldo Rose.
Circling back
Well,
up.
I don't
Trying to
want to
feel each
say
other out. Neither of
talents.
these
I
two
mean,
competitors have ever
I don't know if
faced
RJ
off-
brings
faced off
talent.
against each other. And goes for the lockup. This
RJ
time
knows
it's
how much
Mario
I love
Van
him.
ducks underneath.
And let's see.
I might be the only
how
one that
Mario will
does.
top the good old cartwheel with
Hunter's here. Welcome,
what is that?
Hunter.
His little head tilt that he does.
Hunter
I've never
Dillon
figured
95,
out
fresh off
exactly
of
what
his
Sugar Free
ass
Mario
whooping
Van does. I mean,
Tuesday night
different
at the hands of me at Marvel Snap over at my channel.
Followed up by
After we
another
finish with
face
Richard.
by
Thank
Aldo
you.
Rose.
Nighthawk Brewery. Yes,
this
that's
a face
correct,
bump
RJ.
off?
It was a
Nighthawk
face
Brewery.
bump off it.
Nice little place. Doesn't exist any
I don't
longer.
know
It
what's
was a
going
neat
on now.
place. I
Lucas
liked it.
Bradwell, there is no wrestling happening, but there's a lot of bumping happening.
Well, you know, I was going to say
We've
a lack
got
of
the
sugar, but I
encyclopedia
believe
and the
Aldo
boss
Rose had
on
a supper
commentary.
in his mouth
Dewey,
earlier, so
Dewey's doing his best Flair imitation.
you know, it's always fun with Aldo Rose. Obviously, he had the rosebuds. He is a fun-loving guy, but was that a sugar packet that he just laid an elbow on? What was that?
Drop the elbow on some sugar, and Aldo Rose now dropping the elbow.
Let's see what.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what is going on right now.
This is supposed to be a title match, I believe.
Into the ropes now, and a big elbow there on the. What are they dropping an elbow on? Is that a sucker or is that?
Well, it's a T-shirt covered by.
You never know what you're going to
covered
get
by
when you
t-shirt.
get
I
a
don't know, knee drop.
Mario Vanger wrestling match.
You can see the rosebuds out there. They're looking on. I don't think
I hate that we
named
use the word rosebud as a complete ripoff
Still waiting for some action. There's been two attempts.
of.
Well, as we are waiting to get this
WWE.
action started, we want to remind anyone, if you've missed any of the great Rocky Mountain Pro
A little
action
tired.
throughout
Yes,
our
got my
history,
butt handed to me.
you can go to
But that lit a fire
vimeo.com,
under me for when
/Rocky
Johnny
Mountain
Casanova
Pro,
eventually
and we
accepts my
have,
challenge or chickens
everything
out.
that's on demand for you to check out.
Good to see a bunch of
Card
super fans
episode
along.
one,
You
all
got
the way
Queen over
to
here.
now.
Back
You
in the
got
WWE.
Annie and her man over here.
Now Rocky Mountain Pro. And I'm still trying to figure out what's going on now. They're both strutting in the ring.
Paying homage to Ric Flair.
Well, the crowd's enjoying themselves, but Lucas, we're still waiting for some action. To
Yes,
happen.
yes. This is pro wrestling. This isn't who's got talent or America's Got Talent or Austria's Got Talent. This
There we go. Let's circle up. And
Back
there
when we
go. Now
didn't do
lockup.
barricades
Center
at
of
the ring,
Sugar-free Mario Vanger pushes
for certain
Aldo Rose back
events.
into the corner. Referee in there to break it up. Referee Dewey
so the
Larson.
fan right there along the
Mario Vander
ringside.
does have a slight. Wait a minute. Wait a
No,
minute.
this is not Nighthawk. I
We've
don't
got
think. I think this is
company, Mercury
Bierstadt.
Eden.
Crashing the party.
Because you can see the upstairs and the lights. This is Bierstadt. This is before. There's the. Yeah, this is Bierstadt. This is before
And,
the
doesn't appear-
their
appear
remodels.
that they
Look
have
who
those
it
fans here
is.
at the Rack House. Wait a minute.
That's right. It's Bierstadt.
Let me tell you what I think is pathetic. It's pathetic that the greatest tag team in the history of pro wrestling had to come out here and lose to a couple of idiots like the RMP Tag Team Champions.
He's referring to Curtis Cole and Humphrey Jacobs the first.
That's something else that's pathetic. Mr. Rose, for as talented as a man that you are, for you to surround yourself with filth like this is pathetic.
Referring to the Rosebuds there.
Hey, the Hall of Famer's speaking.
And is that a gorilla? Brother, is that a gorilla?
Just getting started, Lucas. We've just determined that this is Bierstadt, not Nighthawk.
Turning over in his grave right You bring the party, we bring the pain. We are the Left Coast Gorillas, and this is my freaking town.
He ain't lying.
And a couple of party crashers are the Left Coast Gorillas.
Got the Hall of Famer, former RMP champion, Hoodlum, his brother Anaya, first ever charged champion.
Drunk fans that don't appreciate
They're
that
not
very much.
semi-drunk by this point, Lucas Breville. They are completely 100% drunk. Having a good time here at the Rack House, or they were having a good time until these two jackasses showed up. And now, then he kicked a gorilla, one of the Rosebuds.
It was called Rack House
That was
back
the
then. You're
best
right.
looking gorilla
It was
we've ever
Rack
had
House
here in
back
RMP.
then.
That gorilla has to be all of
No,
90
there are no
pounds.
dudes tonight. Nope.
And the Left Coast Gorillas double team.
Both dudes
Goes
have
out
the
on check
evening
on one of
off.
his Rosebuds and Mario Vanger with him.
I guess we're going to turn this into a tag
What is
team match
happening
instead.
now?
Well, it looks like we've got an all-out brawl in the ring. Double
Double
close.
reversal, double clothesline.
Marky Benz
And it
did have
looks
a
like Aldo
previous
Rose and Sugar Free
commitment,
Mario Vanger, they're
and
on
I
the
was
same
I
page
told
right now.
Coastal to spend the evening with his wife and
Crowd counting
his,
along.
you know, his
Each
child. You know,
shot
spend
to
time with the
face
family.
of both gorillas.
Take advantage of those times off when possible.
Mercury, do we still have a title match? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening now. I haven't heard from referee Dewey Larson yet what's going on, and both gorillas thrown out of the ring. I mean, technically, we still have a singles title match happening right now, interrupted by the gorillas.
Somebody else on the
know
ground.
if
I
this
don't know if
match
it's a
has been thrown
fan or
out.
what was that.
I would assume so.
Hoodlum checking on his brother Anaya.
Well, they definitely have to regroup.
The shutting down attempt.
Yeah, it works out.
Not very successful here.
There was no point in it just being, you know, me and
Dewey
Coastal.
Larson now in the ring, trying to get some sense of order.
And once again, the Gorillas causing chaos.
minute.
RMP security.
Security out there getting them in the ring. What are they doing?
And
See security.
I hate that
Lucas,
ref.
Apparently, it sounds like
Are they ordering them to get in?
it
in the,
sounds like that the singles match has been thrown out. No contest.
looks like we're going to have a tag team match, and that's coming up next.
Welcome to the new home of Colorado's only true professional wrestling academy, Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy, coming to you from the Quarry in Golden.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rocky Mountain Pro Ignition. We are here at the Rack House Pub, Lake Street, Denver, Colorado.
And there it is,
now
finally.
have what was a Rocky Mountain Pro Championship singles match that has turned into a tag team match between Aldo Rose, Sugar Free Mario Vanger, and the Left Coast Gorillas, Hoodlum and Anaya.
Unbelievable turn of events. You know, the Left Coast Gorillas, they just couldn't sit back and watch the fun that was going on. They had to crash the party, and now they got themselves.
I know
into a
you
tag
do,
team match.
Lucas.
I don't know if they necessarily.
Yeah, we actually
want
had a really decent sized security force, as you could
Say
tell.
what you want, they can say what they
One
want.
did become a pro wrestler. The
Aldo
second
Rose,
guy on the
these two are
left
very, very high athletes.
became,
Comes underneath the clothesline and a chop right away.
Dr.
Mario Vanger
Trey,
on fire from the
Tremont
get-go.
Island.
and a
Love
beautiful
to have
hip
Trey
toss
back at Rocky
by the
Mountain Pro.
RMP
I've
champion.
personally said that to him.
Tags in Aldo Rose. Very experienced Aldo Rose now going to the second rope. And big accidental smash over the arm of Hoodlum.
But you would think that the tag team.
Yeah, and
match
Big
would
Phil.
favor the tag team that travels the country together, and that is the Left Coast Gorillas. Aldo Rose and Sugar Free Mario Vanger just meeting each other in the ring for the first time. Now being asked to team up, but these are two consummate professionals, and I think that the Left Coast Gorillas are going to have their work cut out for them this evening. Put them back on top. Aldo Rose hooks underneath. Big left-handed southpaw jabs there to the jaw of Hoodlum.
Oh, and a huge right hand takes down Hoodlum. And you would think it would behoove Hoodlum right now to tag in Anaya.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to watch Rocky Mountain Pro Charged every week on the Fite app.
Tuesdays, right here on YouTube.
Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that is Rocky Mountain Pro Charged on the
Every-
Fite app.
Right here
Every
on
Wednesday
YouTube,
night, also
6
on
p.m.
YouTube at 9
Mountain
p.m.
Standard
Eastern
Time,
and also
immediately followed
if you're
by
becoming a professional
Recharge with Johnny Deathdrop, yours truly, and the dudes.
becoming involved with professional wrestling. You can log into www.
I have a very strong
Academy for more
belief that this coming Tuesday at Recharge, you guys will get back the return of Johnny Deathdrop.
Oh, well, it looks like there's a chase on the outside.
Still have the Fabric Master Gorillas.
Now Hoodlum's in the ring.
Sell
along
back
with
in the. Oh,
all
do you
Rose.
really?
And another big right hand. And he
So thus
tags in
far,
the champ.
It's been all Rose and Vanger. Up into the rope.
I get
Look at
asked a
this
lot.
press.
When are the Gorillas
Right hands
coming
to the
back?
face,
Are they
man.
coming back?
How
When
many
will they
shots
come back?
could he take?
Well, I don't know.
I can
Let's
tell you, I
find
have no
out because,
answer. I have not spoken to
both you and
either
I,
in a
I'm
while.
sure we'd
We
like
don't.
to get our hands
you know,
on Hoodlum as well.
Everybody say, "Oh, the cartel broke." No, the cartel never broke up.
Buddy in the face.
We all went our separate ways once we finished what we were set to accomplish.
Another big shot right to the jaw.
Business were to
Anaya takes
pick
down
back
the
up. You never
champion
know.
into the corner and
Um,
now the boots.
Hoodie and Anaya, the
So
ones in the
Sugar-Free
black,
Mario Vanger,
are currently
he's in the
wrestling out
wrong
in
part of town.
Kansas City.
So now getting involved, gets the
Working
knee
out
back.
in some
Vanger
promotions
pulls him
out
into the ring,
there,
ends up
running their. I believe they're running their own
as he has his
school
back turned
as
to
well.
Anaya. I believe
Mario
he grabbed
Vanger
his
was
corner
most
now.
recently
Mario
seen on
Vanger
RMP
right
earlier
down
this
to
year.
hand.
Has taken a hiatus, and Aldo Rose. I can't even tell if he has a match beyond this one here. I don't personally remember him very much. He's okay, and I still wrestles at Triple L here in Denver as well. Yes, that's true. You're right, Lucas.
All of his body weight flying through the air, and you have nowhere to go sitting in that corner. Really presses down on the lungs, knocks the wind out of you, and now we got to cover one. Just a one count there.
And how many times have we seen this, Mercury? And this is where the Left Coast Gorillas make their living.
The Howlettes,
take
correct.
advantage of a situation, and then they just are relentless.
Well, they take advantage of every situation they can, and they make their own situations. They will.
But for me,
They will
they'll
win by
always
any
be the Left
necessary
Coast Gorillas.
sacrifice.
Oh, my
Another
goodness.
jackass that I don't like very much.
Aldo Rose was
once
it the
they
same
are on
one?
top
I
of
don't
you,
even remember
they
him being here, Lucas.
Really are experts at cutting off the
What
ring,
year
not
was this?
letting you get to your
This was when
and just
Mario was
beating the
champ
living
after
daylights out
Hoodlum,
of
so it
you.
would have been somewhere around maybe
Say what you want
18
about
or
their
19.
tactics, but they are one of the most well-oiled
18 maybe?
tag teams
Early 18?
probably you've ever seen, and they are focused on teamwork. They work together well. They really
Between WWE, AEW, NWA, and Impact, which do you like? I can rank those easily. My least favorite is NWA, just because I don't ever watch it, and it's just
You hear this
the way I
crowd
tried,
trying to
it
get him
wasn't
back
that.
into it, but
Didn't catch me much. I do
just
check
like
out my good friend Dak
momentum
Draper.
gets derailed.
Um,
Anaya very
I will put
wisely
personally
Well, did you see that
AEW
super
third,
Did you see
Impact
how slow
second, only
Mario
because
Vander's
I like the
to
people who are
get
at
very
Impact. I
close
do not like the people who run AEW.
Gorillas
And of course,
just quickly
WWE
reaching
is
down
the
the
number
ring.
one
You just
wrestling
can't
product
face
in the
the
globe.
move
So how
to
can you
get
not
back
be,
into the
you know,
matchup. And right now, Sugar-Free
be
Mario
honest
Vander's
that it
back
is
away.
17?
Gotta make a
17?
tag. You alluded to it earlier, Mercury Yaden. Just how the Left Coast Gorillas
right.
have started to make a name for themselves across the country.
All right.
You talk about places like Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of
and
AEW.
NWL.
I'll just be
They have
honest.
really
And it's
came-
there's
come
only one
along
reason and one
and
reason
are
only,
considered one of the top
and
independent
that's
tag teams
Tony Khan.
in the country.
I like owners that are focused in on making a great wrestling show, like Mercury Matt Yaden.
Stumble to Aldo Rose.
That's a lot
Paul
of weight
Levesque.
to carry.
To his knee, back up, just cutting the blood.
Even
cutting
Billy
the
Corrigan.
circulation off to the brain, though, and right back down to the mat. The crowd was really trying to get behind Mario Vanger there.
I think I was
Him in his
already,
corner,
I don't know,
with the lack of
middle of
options in the ring, it was a
17.
little bit too much for him to overcome, and Anaya has him right
Let's
back.
cover.
Did he get two on
He got
that?
2 count.
I
This shows you
retired
how much Mario Vander has been
the
worn
first
down
time.
in this matchup.
After milestone 7,
Tag
which would have been 17.
fresh hoodlum.
So I may not have been
Double teaming
active
once again.
at this
From the
time.
double hip toss. Knee followed up by that patented leg drop
That's
by
classic,
Hoodie.
classic Gorillas.
We've seen that many times
And
over
there's
the
cover.
years. 2.
Maybe a little frustration.
But
starting
you
to
are in an
overcome
upcoming
the Gorillas
episode. Oh,
here.
am I? All right.
Now Hoodlum. His
So I
turn to
can't keep
slap
it all
on.
straight. All my brain has been
Rear chin lock.
trying to keep my hair from going completely
He
gray.
is trying to
So that's my
continue
brain power focused on that.
Squeezing the artery, cutting off that oxygen to the brain, but Mario Vanger worked back up to his feet.
Once again, fighting back. The heart of a champion.
Mario fighting back, trying to get
And-
the
oh,
tag.
Nearly got the tag.
Referee Dewey Larson telling him stay out of the hair. Looks like he got a little
All right.
handful of hair as Mario tried to reach for that.
Can't keep
tag.
up with the time frames anymore,
Can't
you
say
know.
I'm surprised.
Been there since 14,
How
so
wise is it for the Gorillas to keep the more experienced Aldo Rose out of this matchup and keep Mario Vanger in? Is that a wise strategy?
I believe so. And really, just any strategy with any one of the two partners,
all right.
regardless of experience, if you wear them down enough and you can cut that
Wow.
ring off, not allow them to make a tag to their part. Oh, and got the boot up. Their desperation there.
So my
Sugar-free
my
Mario
knock about
Vanger.
using the
Maybe
term
this is the
rosebuds,
opportunity that Mario
I-
Vanger
well,
needs.
then that doesn't
Oh.
happen because it's
I
actually
don't think that faceplant was on purpose.
No, that one, he's just got no energy left.
the
He's able to
actual
get
guy.
the
I wasn't
boot
sure
up,
who it
not
was.
able
I
to
just didn't know
follow
who
it up.
Aldo
Just
Rose was. It
fall a
didn't
little
click
bit.
with me off the bat.
Well, let's see
Thank
who
you,
can make
Thor.
the tag
I
first.
appreciate that.
This could be a momentum shift in this matchup.
I got my personal opinions when it comes to Tony. I have things that I have been told by
but did you see Anaya got
a
Aldo
number of
Rose off
talent
the
there,
apron?
so we're not going to do
Around
that.
to the
Well,
other side of
maybe
the
we'll
ring,
talk
pulls
about
him
that
off
on
the
my
apron. Looks
stream
like
later
Mario
this
Vanger
evening.
definitely would have had the tag there.
Well, yeah, he's in the corner.
We talked about teamwork. We talked about working together and the experience of these two together. Pump kick, and drop kick there, right to the face. Aldo Rose trying to get back to his corner. Now he's fired up, but Mario Vanger's in the wrong side of town. That tag opportunity has now passed them by, and the
You're
Gorillas
so
are right
welcome,
back to
Queen.
doing
It's
what
my
they do
pleasure.
best, and that is just punishing their
We just couldn't
opponent.
call him Adam Rose. Yeah.
Things do not look good for
Kind of a
Aldo
trademark
Rose and Mario Vanger at this point. The Left Coast Gorillas are in absolute control, and now maybe wasting a little time here.
Mario Vanger flat on his back in the middle of the ring. Hoodie to the second rope. What are we gonna see?
Oh, he got the boot up, caught him right in the under the
Yeah, he
chin.
did.
Now he has to roll. He has to make that tag. Aldo Rose there in that
Shaved
corner.
his facial
Probably
hair,
gonna have
too.
eyes in the back of his head right now, making sure he does not see Anaya again, or that he does see Anaya if he comes over. Got the boot up. Another desperation move.
Mario Vanger's he's a ways away from that corner though. Can he make it? Can he muster the power?
Anaya also trying to get Hoodlum to come make the time. Looks like he caught him pretty square in the jaw with that boot. Hoodlum doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, he's going
he's
the
trying
wrong
to tag
direction.
the
Tag.
referee. Aldo Rose now comes in. Ball of fire. Kick to the gut. Kick to the face. Another kick to the gut. Rapid fire.
He's as fresh as a daisy right now.
Into the ropes and a
Oh, I
Looking
think he caught him
good.
with the knee, I believe.
He's
Now
having
just-
issues with. Oh, there it is. He's gone to his boot several
Is that a
times.
lollipop?
I think so. Got that sucker out. Did he pull him out from his shorts? Hoodlum ducks underneath. Oh, my!
Oh,
Lollipop up the ass of Hoodlum.
Jesus, Yaden.
and-
Mercury
That is
Yaden
something-
does not
And he puts it in his mouth.
sugarcoat it.
This is something that I never thought Hoodie. I bet you.
It
Hoodie
depends
never
on the
thought
oh,
he would
nice
hear the
move.
same set, double
Thor, it
pump
depends
strike
on
to
the
face.
on the
Is this gonna be
promotion.
it? Two and oh, and a nut. What an
Many,
embarrassing way to lose this matchup would have been.
Independent stars
Would have
named
been
themselves.
Sucker up the butt to the mouth and then double palm to the face.
I believe it was Shaq that asked Kobe, how's my ass taste? I'm asking Hoodlum, how's your ass taste?
Wow, we're just getting out there today, huh?
Probably say sweet because it was a sucker, but he's loaded
As
for
the guy
that
who's worked in the
tag.
creative side of things, I've done my part to help. But most of the time
To get
in the
Anaya
indies,
there.
a
Yes,
talent
folks,
will
this is what you
come
can
up with their
expect here
own
on Ignition
name.
here from
There
the
are
Rack
different
House.
situations
Mario
where,
back
you know,
in. He had a lot
creative
of time to
has
recover, but it looks like it was just enough.
come up
Boot
with
to the
something
midsection,
different.
trying to get him in position for that insulin spike. He's got him up. Anaya though kicking
Anaya's
those
gonna get
legs.
out.
Can
Anaya's
he
gonna get
finish
out.
it
Anaya's
off?
gonna get out. He's gonna catch the rope.
I think he's got him.
He's gonna catch it. Nope. Oh my goodness.
My. Looks like Anaya almost able to wiggle out of it. Wasn't able to get there. He's got to make the cover.
Well, wasting time is Mario Vanger. What's going on here? Oh, he got caught by Aldo Rose. Now all four men are in the ring, and wait a minute. What do we got here?
Figure fours all
As they say,
around.
Double
We got
figure
one.
four.
Not one, but two figure fours right in the middle of the ring. Who's the legal man right now? I think it's still, isn't it still Mario Vanger and Anaya?
I believe so, but things have broken down. Louis Larson's letting it go. And you see the Rosebuds looking on, and I believe they just tapped. They just tapped.
Where's the
Both
referee?
men have
Who
tapped.
tapped? Did they both
Okay.
tap?
Tapped. Double tap out. The Gorillas.
I missed that theme song of
they've been
Mario.
defeated.
Hoodie holding his knee and crying, I think. So a double tap out by the Gorillas. Aldo Rose and Mario Vander victorious in this impromptu tag team
There is no
matchup.
live wrestling
Started
this
as a
Thursday.
World
Tonight,
Championship singles
RMP
matchup
is
between the two
doing a live
victors.
show at Lakeside Amusement
Great
Park
action in this
tonight.
matchup.
Unable to
It
provide
looked-
you guys
it
with
didn't
a
look good there
a
for
good
there for a while, but
a
able
good
to
broadcast
overcome
signal,
an
so we
incredible
decided
tag team in the Left Coast Gorillas.
instead to do a
Very,
watch
very
along this
interesting
evening.
matchup, I would say.
Still be here with you guys
Figure out who's
as we go back and look at the history of Ignition. This is episode 5 from 1997. 97, jeez, oh Lord, 2017. God,
And now,
where's my brain?
got the trash
Wait,
here.
is that the gorilla that the gorilla?
oh!
Oh, the big super kick!
the gorilla just super kicked the
97.
gorilla.
Oh my God.
Turnabout is fair play. Putting the eye up on his feet. Are we
This
gonna
isn't
see the same
necessary.
thing?
These
Big
men
super
have
kick.
contracts. They have things to
Ladies and
accomplish.
gentlemen, we have seen and said some things that I didn't think we'd ever say on commentary.
I never
here.
thought you'd say it
That's
either.
what Ignition is going to bring you each and every week. What a good time this was. Lucas Bradwell watching the Left Coast Gorillas get their comeuppance by Aldo Rose and Rocky Mountain Pro Champion Mario Vander.
It was a wonderful match, wonderful night. But we want to remind everyone that next week, tune into Ignition because we have a hell of a main event as Royce Isaacs takes on the Evolution, Tyler Stinson. That's
Who was
next
that?
week. But what a night we've had here tonight. And it looks like the celebration continues. Is that a protein shake?
I believe it's beer.
I believe it's beer live on
Mario
Ignition.
Vander taking a little sip of beer. I think he's drunk because he never drinks. Rosebud's dance around the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. to
Kevin,
Rocky
was it
Mountain
Queso?
Pro
That
Edition.
would make sense.
We will see you next week.
All right, let's get ourselves ready for our next episode.
I've been in and out of therapy with BetterHelp for a few years now, and it's
No, it's commercial. We don't want a commercial.
Emotional health is so much easier. Your 20s are such a confusing time in your life. You're old enough to make your own decisions, but too inexperienced to know what's best. When I think of my friends, some have moved away, started their career, some are still in school, and a few have even gotten
At Lakeside Amusement Park. And unfortunately, we're not able to give you guys a strong signal in order to give you a great broadcast. We don't do that kind of stuff. So instead, you got me. Of course he is.
Well, what a way to start off Ignition with a under protest. What the hell does that mean, Mercury Yaden?
With a whining, complaining, bitching Stephen Ashburn, which none of us are surprised about because he has a problem with absolutely everything. He's
Everything.
a completely different human being than we remember when he walked into the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy just a couple
Oh, I
short
love it.
years
That's what I said
ago.
in the last episode. I
Something has
love this
snapped in
opening.
him, and now he's
Now we got Stephen
not
Ashburn,
too happy to
the
tag up
only
Daisy.
Grand
Mixed
Slam
tag
champion
match
at Rocky
here,
Mountain
and for
Pro,
some
former
reason,
Rocky
he's too
Mountain
good
Pro
for it, so he's
champion,
gonna wrestle under
former
protest,
Charge
but still wrestle,
champion,
so what's the
former Tag Team champion,
Typical politics.
and former
by Stephen
Lockettes
Ashburn.
champion.
He-
The
he's
only
like
man
the pro
ever
politics.
to
He's
hold
used
the
Vince Russo as
Lockettes
a pawn.
championship.
He's
He's
used
tagging
a
up
lot of
with
people as a
Daisy
pawn.
Doyle, taking
And,
on the unholy
you are
Angel
joining
Trinity.
us here
And
in the Rack House
Abatu,
from
who
lower
we now
downtown
call
Denver.
Jason Knoll.
And these are the Rack House rowdies and the very unorthodox, unholy trinity, and that's being very polite about it.
Gotta tell you how much I miss
Daisy right
Angel
now.
Trinity.
Go behind.
Yeah,
by
Trinity and Abatu,
Daisy.
a very unusual
Nice fireman's.
unusual pairing
Takedown.
in this mixed
And is she
tag
biting
team.
her? I don't. What the?
Very, very unpredictable, unholy trinity. So I would not be surprised if she would.
Oh, what a
What a
snapmare.
snapmare takeover. And a big kick to the back of the neck. Unholy Trinity is relentless. She is the most brutal, the most intimidating, scary, and intense Lockette we have
You
ever
can
seen
make
here
an
at Rocky
argument
Mountain
that
Pro, and
Unholy
she's having
Trinity
her way with Daisy right now.
She might be
had
just
the
one of
best
most scary,
Lockette's
intense
career in Rocky
individuals
Mountain
we've
Pro
ever
history.
seen,
Aligato
regardless
would
of
be the other
gender
person I
or
would say you could
whatever
argue
creature she is.
as the very best Lockette this
Got her in
company
that
has
leg
ever
scissors
put
and-
together, have ever produced.
Unorthodox cover, but nearly got the
Both with
spinner
multiple
around.
championship
going around the
reigns, multiple moments. Can't forget
This
the
might be
return
the
of
most
Unholy
unusual
Trinity
tag team of all time. When you talk
during
about
the
Unholy Trinity
no
and Abatu.
crowd
Very interesting, but
era.
it fits just perfectly.
Oh, look
too.
at
I mean,
Ashburn
Abatu,
just tossing Daisy to the side.
a disturbed
When,
individual
Trinity
in his own right. And just look at the
Returned
way
to
that
Rochelle,
Unholy Trinity moves. She
that
she
never
growling at him,
broken.
biting at him, barking at him.
2021.
She does whatever the hell she feels.
Yeah, it's without, for me, it's without a doubt. It's those two. There's
possesses
nobody else that comes
a good
into
word.
that
That's a
conversation.
very appropriate word, Lucas.
And here you've got
Not Nati,
Stephen Ashburn
not
now
not
under
Abat,
protest.
not Abaddon,
Big
not
suplex. Stephen Ashburn,
Heidi
one of
Howitzer
the
for
most
sure not.
accomplished stars to come out of the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy.
a lot of great
And if you
Lockets,
wanna
but I
get
think
more
it comes down
information
to
about how
two.
you can get a career in the professional wrestling business, go to mercuryprowrestling.academy.
But we're looking
One
at
of
a
the
couple
top
of
wrestling schools
Lockets
in
who
the entire country.
on the path
Promise you'll get
to
your
maybe
money's
one
worth.
day.
Oh, big
Ashburn
knee.
is so clean what he does. Everything he does is
Stephen
just
Ashburn
so clean.
is the first original student of the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy, like the first original homegrown student, the first guy to walk in the door when we started training wrestlers out here in Colorado. He's done very, very well. Triple Crown champion. This kid had a great attitude. He thought he was French for a while.
He thought he was French for a while.
So we question his mental state, but he's somebody that, regardless.
Yeah,
of
I would
where he
agree.
stood in
I would
his
agree,
attitude,
Lucas.
has always worked very hard.
Michelle
And
Riveter
he
would be
teamed up with Tyler
number
Stinson,
3.
and the balance
Hard to
was
keep her out of
really
that
seemed to take him to
conversation,
another
but I think
level.
that the other
They were
two
good friends. I think Tyler Stinson
just
really helped him become who he is
edged
now, and
out.
he completely turned
It's
his
the
back on
multiple
it and has
championships
lost
that I
his
think
mind,
makes it
and I
the
think Vince
difference
Russo's
between
influence had a little
those
bit to do
two
with
and
that,
Rochelle.
to be honest with you.
Rochelle
absolutely
with the,
agree.
I think
And
she only has
Abatu got
two.
some momentum in this
I
matchup.
believe one was
We just
short,
talked
and the
about
second
Tyler
one was really
Stinson.
good.
Speaking of Tyler Stinson, coming up later on tonight, Tyler Stinson
You're the
takes on
encyclopedia.
Royce
You'll tell me
Isaacs
if I'm right
in
or
a
wrong.
Huge main
Crowd
event.
has filled in nicely here in this
Will be off the
episode
charts.
at Rack
It'll be
House, now
very
called
intense. It'll be
Bierstadt.
high-paced action. Abatu now standing in the ring, tags in on Holy Trinity as Stephen Ashburn bailed as soon as things got tough. Ducks underneath, and a big arm drag there by Daisy, followed up again, really whipping her over. Man, she got deep on those arm drags. And Unholy Trinity, though, bags to the corner, baits her in.
There we
gives
go.
her a
Nice
big-
shots
look at
by
those forearms.
Trinity.
Everything Unholy Trinity does is with power. Intensity,
Snapping
really
those
snaps
kicks.
in those kicks.
Gabe and I are still the best commentary team, I
Knocks the
think.
silly.
We
Oh,
thought so much
snaps the
alike.
neck down. You notice how she's really focusing on the head and neck area of Daisy. Very,
Yeah, I
very
thought he was
smart.
French.
Unholy Trinity, for all of her quirkiness, is a very, very sound ring technician.
Absolutely. And did you see Stephen Ashburn just sitting out there with the crowd? He does. You know, I almost feel sorry for Daisy.
I
having to
do
team-
feel sorry for Daisy having to work with this guy.
And oh, look at this.
Side down, hooks her with the heels. Right
That would
to
make
top
sense to me.
turnbuckle.
And there's that unorthodox
That
style
sounds
of Unholy
sense to
Trinity.
me. I take one of those Trinities and I give it
There, Unholy Trinity.
a 50% increase because she is the
Again.
first
Trying to end
Lockettes
this thing.
champion.
You wonder about
There was no
sometimes she's
Lockettes
too laid
champion
back.
before
She's got
her.
that kind of
She
laid
set
back
the bar.
personality, that
So
almost,
I give her that
60s
little
flower
extra.
child, flower power type.
But Allie does have
personality
those
about
four,
Ducks
which
underneath
makes it
and hooks the arm, going for this backslide. Finally gets her down.
2.
her. Oh, that
Nice
would have been
little.
a huge upset.
Right back to that midsection, though. Kicks her back into the corner. And is Steven Ashburn going to tag out? His partner really needs him to get in there.
And
He
Hangs
smacked
her on
me
top of the
back in
head.
he's just a jerk. Let's just
I hate this
keep it
guy
simple.
so
He's
much. I
nothing
love
but
him.
a jerk. He's a bully. He beats up fans. He beats up
Listen to this
cameramen.
crowd, Lucas. Really letting him have it. Not approving of the way he's behaving himself.
Oh,
Abatu.
I don't even know if
huge
Daisy is
individual.
a fan favorite
Strike
here.
exchange here by
I don't
Abatu and
recall at
Steven
this time
Ashburn.
frame if
Forearm
Daisy was a
shots
favorite
landing.
or not. Clearly, Ashburn is not.
And it looks like
Abatu is
Abatu got
not.
the better of those. Following up, 3, 4.
I'm sure
Steven
you did,
Ashburn, though,
Lucas.
goes low.
I'm sure he had a great
Neutralizing
time.
the big man. I don't know how low that was.
Double.
Double clothesline, and both men
Ashburn
now down to the
stuttered there. He stopped for a moment, maybe
See
trying to
which man
square
can
it up
get
a
up
little bit
first,
tighter, and then that just
get
gave a
their
moment
team
for
advantage.
Abatu
Each person on the wrong side of
put
the ring
his
to make
arm
a
out
tag
there.
out. You see Unholy Trinity over there really trying to get the crowd behind Abatu to get him over to that corner. And she's
Ashburn
ready
with
to
the
jump
finger
back in
to,
there. Steven
the
Ashburn,
crowd.
of course, is ready to tag out.
And there's the
Daisy's going to
tag
tag in. I
Unholy
wouldn't,
Trinity.
but she wants that winner
Trinity and
side of the
Daisy now
cash. The
facing
winning
back
side
up.
works.
Trinity ducks that line and kicks right to the shades of Tyler Stinson there. Kicks right to the hamstrings.
You know, a monkey flip as well, and now Unholy Trinity.
I don't know, Trinity
Throws
is
her in the
probably as
corner.
good as she ever was in this time frame.
Knocks
You think
the
so,
wind out of
Lucas?
her. Across the ring.
And once again, now what has she got planned? Looks like she's getting ready for a
Oh, roll up.
Fisherman suplex.
Daisy
What a
reversal,
small package.
1, 2. Oh, and almost a huge upset there. Daisy just didn't quite have it.
Yeah, but when her tagging with
Linked up and up.
with Steven Ashburn, you kind of feel bad
Scissors
for her.
take over there by Abatu.
That's a big man.
Backcracker coming up.
Oh, and a backstabber.
That's it.
That's got to do it.
1, 2, and Unholy
that's-
Trinity and Abatu victorious to open up Ignition here. What a matchup, very unique matchup.
What a
Again, these are the
backstabber.
types of things you're going to see on Ignition. I think she just snapped at the referee as he tried to
Referee
go
Joel
raise her
getting his
hand.
butt out of
Unholy
there.
Trinity and Abatu
I hate that ref.
Steven Ashburn and Daisy,
He hosed
maybe
me at
because
milestone
it was under
6. I'm
protest.
always going to hold a
Yeah,
grudge.
that has to be it. All I got to say is
Did,
Unholy
Archon. We
Trinity
talked about
scares
that at the top of the
bejesus out
stream.
me. She is the most scariest individual we've ever had.
Don't have a. I
Ladies and gentlemen, what a
can't
matchup
say
you
a
just
lot
saw,
about it.
but what a matchup we still have coming up. Royce Isaacs takes on the Evolution. Tyler Stinson, that's next.
We're gonna get the Evolution, the MMA star, former RM. Oh,
Steven Ashburn trying to. I think we heard him say he didn't lose because he was under protest, but Abatu now throws him back into the ring.
And now he's getting it from Unholy Trinity as well. Protest that. And wait a minute, what's Daisy doing? This is,
yeah.
Did she just lick her hand and then raise it? What is happening here on Ignition?
I think we definitely need to take a break now. Oh, Daisy giving it to Ashburn.
Tyler Stinson taking on
We will be
Rolls
back with
Royce
more
Isaac. You've seen
action
Royce
here on Ignition.
obviously on Rocky Mountain
roll
Pro.
on.
You've seen him on NWA. You've seen him all throughout Japan as well.
Welcome to the new home of Colorado's only true professional
Hunter, Mario, Filter,
Wrestling Academy, Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy, coming to you
Ashburn.
from Quarry in Golden, Colorado.
And although this is a new
Daisy.
home, our message stays
Wrestling.academy.
All right, Rolls Royce Isaac and Tyler Stinson. I kind of like these little side-by-side battle intros
And
too,
welcome
Lucas.
back. This is our main event
Former
here on
champion
Ignition.
at this time,
And what a main event it is.
wasn't
Stinson
a
battling
former champion.
Royce Isaacs, Rolls Royce Isaacs.
Two of the very best athletes that we have here in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Going straight.
Not sure I want to try to ground and pound
Straight
with
to the
Tyler
ground
Stinson,
game.
but that's just
Royce
me.
Isaac's a very, very accomplished college
He does still have
wrestler.
his gym.
Tyler Stinson, a very, very accomplished professional MMA fighter.
31
Yes, indeed.
professional victories in the MMA world.
10 years.
From what I hear,
And now they both square up in the ring.
and I don't
Probably
speak
see a
again.
lot
Yeah,
of
I
this,
don't.
a lot of grappling.
I don't hang out with former
A lot of
clients,
trying to figure each other out.
but I do
Obviously,
know that
Rolls-Royce
Yaden spoke to
Isaacs,
Stinson
his strength is in
earlier this
grappling,
year, and things were going
Stinson
well for
is
him. He's
in-
keeping
is in
himself
striking.
busy.
So you're going to see both guys, although Stinson kind of holding his own here with the grappling, but you're going to see Isaacs try to
Yes,
avoid those
this is
strikes.
true. Former tag team
Stinson
champion,
try to avoid that
part of the
death grip
balance
of Rolls-Royce Isaacs. It's
with Stephen
it's
Ashburn,
it's
trying
a
to
contrast of two styles, and it
battle
should make
me.
for a very
Well,
interesting matchup.
see how that
Isaacs
turned
now
out.
Absolutely.
back behind, getting that rear control.
Interesting strategy here for Royce to go with more of a wrestling style, a little ground attack against a guy with the amateur background. Oh, Royce has got strength, that is for sure. But it's not something I would normally is straight to the
9
armbar.
p.m. Eastern Time, Fite app and YouTube Wednesday nights. Did you see Rolls-Royce Isaacs went from that suplex from the knees, the power that he has to pick him up, but Tyler Stinson able to roll back down into
Does
the
he?
armbar.
Nice.
And that's also another.
That's like we were talking about that earlier. A
He's gotten
just
really good at
tragic
those
day in
submissions.
the world of professional wrestling.
He obviously learned that in his MMA fighting.
Back to his knees now. Rolls-Royce Isaacs.
You don't want to lose a guy,
Suplex from the knees, and he lands that
but
one.
losing a guy who's 36 and his
Stinson grabbing
prime
the
makes
back
it even
there.
harder.
Classic move by Royce Isaacs, and just a 1 count. You know, Royce Isaacs definitely has a power advantage, I would say. Tyler Stinson obviously has a speed advantage. I'd say he's got a little bit more agility, possibly. And
Stinson not able to break the hands of Royce Isaacs, who's able to take him back down to the mat. Now, front face lock there applied by Isaacs. And there's those strikes that we were just talking about earlier. Tyler Stinson able to get some separation. Couple shots to that midsection, but a real hard into the buckle there. Isaacs showing that power that you were just talking about, Lucas. Crowd appreciating what they're seeing. Slow things down a little bit, but it still appears like these two, despite the fact that Isaacs is on top.
Oh,
wow, he spun him around.
I wonder if he it looked like Stinson was going to try to reverse, but might have.
Able to get a grip, and he just was whipped so hard.
Yep, that's
He
what
continued
Yaden's
right in that
saying.
corner and a big chop there. I was going to say it looks like these two are still trying to feel each other out, but Isaac's now firmly on top. In control of the matchup. Shot number 2.
Well, I got to ask you, Mercury Yaden, with having two such high-profile athletes in this matchup, you got to consider that one of these men, whoever wins this match, has got to be considered as a possible #1 contender, or at least move up the rankings here in Rocky Mountain.
Well, welcome,
Absolutely.
Ugg. We
These two
appreciate you. We are
can
Rocky
face
Mountain
with
Pro,
anybody.
Colorado's
Jumper
only
here
true
to
professional
slam.
wrestling organization.
Royce Isaacs taking care of business.
Tonight, normally, we have
There we got a cover.
live
One,
pro wrestling,
two.
our weekly
Oh.
live show called
And next
Ignition.
week we have the tag titles on the line.
Tonight,
Curtis
our
Cole,
roster
Humphrey
is
Jacobs the first. The current champions take on.
Our roster is on a live event over at Lakeside Amusement Park, unable to stream the way we would want to with the bandwidth that we had. So tonight we're looking at the history of Rocky Mountain Pro Ignition, episode 6. As we've been, doing these over the last, we did a couple episodes last month. We'll do about 3 or 4 tonight. We have live every Thursday, followed by Reignited, our post-game show with Johnny Deathdrop, the dudes. Every single Tuesday is our flagship show, Rocky Mountain Pro Charge, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That would be 8 on the East. That's our flagship. That's live. That's not live. It's pre-recorded. But it's every single Tuesday, followed by Recharge, our post show for that. Johnny Deathdrop, the dudes, and yours truly. And, of course, every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, the RMP Rewind, where we kind of go back and look at the history of the company as a whole. That's a little bit. Welcome, Ugg. We appreciate you to be here. Let's keep ourselves rolling here with our rewatching of Ignition episode 6.
Always proves to be interesting. So tune in next week for the Rocky Mountain Pro Tag Team Championship.
Very bad news at the start. I agree, Thor.
exploder.
Yeah, huge, almost a T-bone there. And now it's Royce Isaacs in complete control.
Of course, we are now 1 week away
Almost
from
looks like
Supercharged.
Stinson is just getting
Supercharged
overpowered.
2, we have those every other month, the
cover.
opposite of our pay-per-view shows.
Stinson hasn't really been able to create
It is a
separation.
member-only
Gets the
show.
strikes
You
in
can
to
watch it
land
by
those-
hitting the join button.
those
The
devastating
$9.99,
strikes
the
that cripple an
PPV
opponent.
level.
He got a
That's
couple
going to get
shots
you
in, but Royce-
all of our
what
member
is he?
shows.
Breaks it away and goes right
If
to
you
that
can't afford the
submission.
$9.99, no
Almost
stress.
like a
You
kind
can
of a
still
Kimura
support with the
lock there.
$4.99.
With
You get
a
everything that you would get with a
grapevine with
9
the
except
body.
for those
Royce
member-only
Isaacs with the
shows,
wherewithal to ram
such
him
as
into that
Supercharged every
turnbuckle. Man,
other
he's-
month and
he
our
has been
big
punished
pay-per-view
by
events.
those-
Our next
those
one
turnbuckles
in
this
October will
matchup.
be
Couple
Shocktober
hard
coming
hits
up.
and rams him in reversal. This
About
time
5
got
weeks
the
away.
reversal. Oh, and he turned him backwards. Not
Up
even
and
inside
down.
out. Clotheslines him into a
down.
moonsault.
For every time Tyler Stinson has, wait a
This
minute,
is
gotta cover
One, this might be it. Oh, and he just gets
late
the
spring,
shoulder
early
up.
summer of
I was gonna say, for
2017.
Every time that Tyler Stinson was about ready to get some offense going, Royce Isaacs has had an answer, has had a counter.
What a counter that was. Hits the buckle hard himself, but comes right out. Big clothesline right around the neck that just flipped him backwards. Speaking of flipping backwards, now Tyler Stinson flips out of it, and he's going to go right back for that
Go right to the arm.
Now it's-
Obviously,
Stinson
Stinson
hasn't been able
is
to do much in this matchup, but he's been
very
smart
successful
trying to stay on that
MMA
arm, and at any time, if he can
star,
get that locked in,
knows
that
how to
could end
tap
this
somebody.
matchup.
Look, he's bending the wrist back on
now
top
he's
of
got
it.
Kimura lock in a more traditional
Wrist,
stance where
fingers,
he's got him on the
elbow.
ground.
He's not able
Extending
to
the
quite get it locked
the
in, though.
forearm.
Royce Isaacs now down to his stomach. Close to the ropes.
Royce has
And he
got
gets
it.
the foot up there on the ropes. The only way he was going to break that thing. Referee starting the count.
Milestone 7,
Now,
not
to his
my
feet,
best.
man, he has been punished in this
Not my best
matchup,
milestone. I
trying
don't
to
have a
get
lot
to
of
his
great
feet.
milestone moments, unfortunately. 4 main event involvements. Only
Big smack out
one
of Tyler Stinson.
victory to show for it.
Kick to the midsection. Are we going to see that axe kick into the ropes?
course, the
Here
man
it
right
comes,
there
and
in the
oh,
ring
Isaac's
who-
out of the way, and a big clothesline.
Is that
Got it
reason?
Well scouted.
Tyler Stinson.
Whip into the turnbuckle. Uses his momentum.
Were you in the ring where they kicked me out, Archon?
Going for that
You're
Comes underneath
banned.
that one, kick the midsection. He's going to go for that axe kick again. Does he land it this time? And there it is.
Yeah, I took a
Drives his face
DDT
down
from
to the mat.
Yaden
Stinson
and
can't
the
follow up, though.
termination.
He has been punished. He is
Yeah,
going
the
to hate the
termination.
corners after this match because he's basically lived there.
He's got to capitalize
The
here.
regrets. Ooh, missed that Superman punch at
Ducks
huge
underneath.
left.
Isaacs.
Once again, a
What's up, Tommy
counter.
Johnson? How are you?
Maybe.
Oh, man. Knee right to the face.
Oh,
That rocked his
Lucas,
bell.
if you're in
Tyler
chat
Stinson
still,
slumped over.
What company does
We might see the end of
Tyler
this matchup right here. I don't think
involved with? In,
is
he's-
even
he runs a
conscious.
gym out in
Oh, and
Kansas
Turns that
somewhere. I
into a
think.
Uranagi in one.
1, 2. This has got to be it.
That is.
And that's
Wow,
it, ladies
big
and gentlemen.
victory
What a
for
matchup.
Royce
Boy, that knee
Isaac.
caught him square in the temple, knocked him loopy. Stinson, though, stayed on his feet, surprisingly, but was on Dream Street, essentially, and Royce Isaacs able to follow it up.
Very impressive victory by Royce Isaacs to beat somebody the caliber of Tyler Stinson. What does this mean for Royce Isaacs? You know,
I think it means, Lucas, that he's one of the guys that's probably going to start getting into the title hunt, climbing the ranks here at Rocky Mountain Pro. I mean, Royce Isaacs isn't just wrestling here. He is busy week in and week out, representing himself all over the country and internationally in Japan. He's back in Japan. He's heading back to Japan. The sky's the limit for Royce Isaacs.
well, we'll see you next week. We got the Left Coast Gorillas against the Mile High Express.
All right, finished up there with a second episode. We are going to close that out. And start the next episode, episode 7. Archon. The Left Coast Gorillas versus Humphrey Jacobs the first and Curtis Cole, who
Ladies and
everyone
gentlemen,
loves at
welcome
this
to
time.
another edition
His
of
next
Rocky
fight
Mountain
is
Pro
for
Ignition.
Synergy
This week we
Fighting
have
Championship.
The tag team championships on
Very
the
cool.
line. Humphrey Jacobs the first, CurtisOle the current champions against the Left Coast
Yeah, you have no
Gorillas.
regrets. I have
Curtis
tons
Cole
of
setting up
regrets,
that-
Archon.
that
Tons.
patented
Why did I give that
side fling that he does that he
ironclad
never lands.
CEO contract that I have
That
up?
thing.
I thought Hoodlum, and that's coming up. That's following in the next month or two from this episode that we're watching now, Milestone 7.
Is special rules because instead of our normal 15-minute time limit is 30 minutes. So this could go the duration of our show here tonight.
Well, with these two, a very unlikely pairing in Curtis Cole and Humphrey Jacobs.
Yeah, I agree.
The
Love that
first
intro.
Tag team championships, impromptu. It was. Well, you have to go watch Charge to find out if you want to know how they did it. But the Left Coast Gorillas do not like the fact that these guys represent Rocky Mountain Pro as the tag team champions because they believe that they're not just the best tag team in Rocky Mountain Pro. They don't believe they're just the best tag team in the state of Colorado. They believe they're the best tag team in the United States right now. And they know that holding those titles means more than anything.
Yeah, that's how Hoodlum feels.
So
There's no doubt about that.
Well, you know, the tag team of Curtis Cole and Humphrey Jacobs the first, they're trying to get on the same page. They're trying to get united. They've even got a new name for themselves. The Mile High Express is what they just told me just a few minutes before this matchup.
Humphrey Jacobs the first.
Yeah, but I know the Howlettes, but I still like the Left Coast Gorillas.
Georgia.
That's just me.
Big fan of that era. You see it in everything he does. What just happened there?
Did he just get pulled by the hair?
Curtis Cole here,
Guy reached in, pulls the hair,
former
and now Hoodie smells
Charge
blood.
champion and now current tag team champion.
And that's what the Gorillas do. They get an opening. And
Fans
then they just
taken to
take
him in a
advantage.
huge
Pound
way
you
at this
down.
point in his
Ducks
career.
underneath two, and
Not
oh,
as
gets that
much
leg lariat.
today in these
That's
days.
what Curtis Cole is known for.
He
that
is our
agility.
current reigning and defending
now.
Rocky
Wyatt
Mountain
tried
Pro
to come in and cut
champion
things
is
off.
Curtis Cole. Different look these days for
Shot
Mr.
to the
Cole.
back, elbow to the
The former pro
Gorillas.
skateboard
underhanded tactics. Got him on
star
top just
that
for
he
a second.
was.
Didn't last very long.
Or- and
and
he
now
still
the
is a
champions
former.
with a double suplex.
Look at this. Some nice double team maneuvers by the Mile High Express. I believe that was Humphrey Jacobs' way of paying on.
Is there a camera on referee Martin Aloysius?
What is happening here? Humphrey
Is there a
Jacobs
chest cam on there?
going for it again, looking for a gorilla press.
Uh-oh.
And I think I know what's coming outside of the ring.
Throwing his own
Press into a
partner.
Double cross body. Listen to the crowd. They really approved of that maneuver, and now both gorillas laid out. flat
Anaya
on the
was
concrete.
on 2 different
down to the
AEW
outside.
tapings. Good for Anaya.
To the back, point of the toe right into the ribs.
I admit, he had me fooled back then. He had everybody fooled,
Yes.
mostly.
It's easy when it's not you being thrown through the air. Vertical suplex coming up.
Has any man that's come to Rocky Mountain Pro had as big of an impact in his first few months as Humphrey
It
Jacobs
is. It's
first?
prior to
I
their
would say,
remodel.
Very few. But I remember Stephen Ashburn.
That's what kind of threw me when I first saw him. Like, wait, this looked like something else, but
I think
it most
they
definitely is
title
Bierstadt.
in about 2
It's
months.
just
So
a
I have to say
different,
that was a pretty
they've-
big impact.
prior to their
I see what
remodel.
you're saying, and a
Ooh,
big
big
jumping
clothesline by
there
HJ1.
Humphrey Jacobs. Humphrey Jacobs has been very impressive, very, very quickly in his first match here. Won the Colorado Cup.
Yeah,
at
because if you
Milestone.
look, there are windows on big bay doors on this side over here. On the left, you can't see my mouse, but onto the far right, where you see there's 2 women here, a green shirt, and back there are 2 windows now.
The
They're
Colorado
going.
Cup at Milestone.
They're there. They're not there yet.
Doesn't get
Got to
much
head to
bigger
work
than
soon,
that.
but it's great finding you guys. I subscribed, so I'll come back Tuesday. Love to have you on Tuesday. RMP Charge, like I said, that's our flagship. That's our big show. 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for hopping by, UGG. Thank you for subscribing. Hope to see you more, and hope to see you become a RMP faithful member.
www.mercuryprowrestling.academy.
And that's just being here. There's nothing, just being a part of the RMP faithful.
Professional wrestling by joining the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy.
And who wouldn't want to be a part of this great action? And look at,
Turn your back on Hoodlum and you're going to get your eyes ripped out.
Maybe the inexperience of Humphrey Jacobs the first right there.
It absolutely is the inexperience. The Left Coast Gorillas are a seasoned tag team. They travel around the country together. You can never count them out of anything, and they might not only do it, they might not always do it clean, but they are an incredible team, and they know how to work together. And now, right on top of Humphrey Jacobs, the first, shots to the face and the midsection. And just like that, Lucas Bradwell, the Gorillas are back on top.
You know, the Gorillas, believe it or not, actually do have some wrestling fans that are fans of theirs. And if you want to get a t-shirt of the Gorillas or Rocky Mountain Pro, you can go to ProWrestlingTees.com.
That's what I heard. I didn't know they were coming.
WrestlingTees.com/RMP. I think there's a Mercury shirt on there too, Lucas Bradwell, which I recommend. But ProWrestlingTees.com/RMP. Pick up your Rocky Mountain Pro merch today. Kicks to the corner now. Humphrey Jacobs needs to get out of Dodge.
Oh, sorry, Archon.
Getting it laid to him right now.
Tagging in and out just to keep exchange. Oh, now double kicks to the midsection.
Should only be ads.
Referee Martin Alowish has got to get him out of
the
there.
opening, I thought.
And you see Humphrey Jacobs, the first, he's in a bad way right now.
You missed everything. Ric Flair walked out, changed the. Oh, you're on, and Archon, you are over on Twitch. That would be explaining why you got the odds.
Right here, 1, 2.
Can't control them as well over there.
Took the heel and drove it right across the back of the skull of Humphrey Jacobs.
That is the violent attitude of the Left Coast Gorillas.
Stumbles to his feet, but he's able to throw some shots right into the midsection. Hits the ropes.
Big back elbow.
Not enough, though, as Anaya is able to follow up with a back elbow right to the upper chest, lower jaw area.
Twitch is a little bit ad heavy these days.
Double whip in. Here they come. Hip toss.
Classic.
Knee into the patented leg drop of Hoodie.
Classic Left Coast Gorillas.
1, 2.
Right there.
Humphrey Jacobs staying alive, and it's amazing that he is still moving.
There's Chico and Annie. Yep.
That he has received from the Left Coast Gorillas.
I mean, he barely
Can't miss Chico. He's back on the bottom, right there in the left.
Brings
In
those
the,
shots back to the midsection.
I guess that's an Eagles jersey.
Across the back.
He and his
Every
wife
time he
Annie.
seems to like he's mounting a little bit of a comeback. The Gorillas just shut him right back down.
And that's what they do.
Hardcore members of the RMP faithful. Been there. This is 2017. You still see them in the crowd these days.
Is trying to get him out of the corner there. Got to 4.
Saw them over at NRW at our last big pay-per-view event.
Hoodlum using some colorful language.
And it took a little bit too much time though, as he wanted to draw with the crowd.
I agree, Archon. I love those two as well. Dolphins.
Able to get very far. Pulls a low bridge.
Ooh, low bridge.
Outside. Here's the opportunity.
Today that would be a DQ in RMP.
Makes the tag, and here comes Curtis Cole. Ducks underneath the clothesline.
Curtis Cole is fresh. He's got a lot of.
Don't let that move by Curtis. Curtis is so good.
Oh.
Ducks underneath.
Don't like his attitude these days, but
whips the Gorillas into each other, and a big suplex. Going for the pin right now, 2. Not enough to put him away. Curtis Cole needs
as you
to
can
stay
see, these are the days where we didn't put barricades for
Here at
ignition.
The Rack House getting behind the Mile High Express.
Fans have an up-close opportunity to watch our show.
Oh, what a huge blow by
Yeah, they're great folks. That is for sure. Love them to death.
Jacobs fighting back as well. This match is breaking down, Mercury, into just a brawl.
Arnalowicz now coming over here trying to get some semblance of order here, and a double back body drop. And right now, I think Hoodlum's the legal man.
Curtis Cole
going for the pin. 2. Oh, we thought he might have had him there. Double back body drop. That does not feel good, especially when you're going with someone else. Curtis Cole not able to get the pin in time. Hoodlum able to kick out. The match continues. Forearms now across the
Look,
jaw.
you don't have to like his attitude, but you definitely have to respect the talent that the man has. As good as he is right here, it's prior to him winning the RMP Championship his first time. And, of course, him just recently winning it less than a month ago at NRW against David Drake, who we have not seen David Drake since losing that championship.
Turns into a war.
That corner sent on by Hoodlum, that reverse cannonball. by Anaya, devastating, and look what it did to the tag champs who just a few seconds ago were on top. And the Gorillas, just like that, back in control of this matchup.
Hoodlum taunting the crowd.
You said that
their love.
you said there were some fans out there that love the Gorillas, but I sure can't hear them right now. And stiff forearm shot right across the jaw.
And if you notice here on Ignition, the rules seem to be a little more laxed a little bit. The referees allow a little bit more.
Oh, what the hell?
Setting them down. Oh, we've seen that move a bunch of times.
I think Anaya took off a little too quick from that.
Baseball slider. 1, 2. And you can see a little frustration on Anaya's face.
Cradle pin attempt did not work. Thought he might have had him there after that running European.
Chico getting all excited over there on the left.
The Gorillas, they want nothing more than to hold the gold here in Rocky Mountain Pro to become.
Take care of yourself, Archon. Hope to talk to you again soon.
Oh, and a big shot.
Let us know if you're going to be back around to see see us live.
See Anaya holding his jaw there. That one really hit.
You can see the frustration.
Shocktober's coming up.
Feel the aggression coming out of Anaya. Once again, gets a 2 count. Makes the tag to Hoodlum. Imagine that the aggression is going to pick up even more now.
Taking Curtis Cole for a ride here. Stalling double suplex. Pulls him out.
Blood rushing to the head of Curtis Cole. Pinfall attempt, 1, 2, and 2.5.
Big snap suplex there by Hoodie. Going for the cover again. 2. And Curtis Cole just refuses to die.
And that has been, that's been Curtis Cole's career here at Rocky Mountain Pro.
Absolutely.
He refuses to die. He has the heart of a champion. That's why he's been the former Charge champion. And I believe he neck breaker and takes down Hoodlum. This is Curtis Cole's chance to make a tag.
Hoodlum also trying to make a tag.
Cole,
and he reaches out.
Hoodie got his tag, but
runs
Curtis
the ring,
did
is able to
not.
cut him off, but a big back body drop.
Throws him across the ring, but Humphrey Jacobs is not on the apron. He's not able to make the tag.
Humphrey Jacobs needs to get up there, make the tag. What a main event we're seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, next week's main event, you'll have to tune in and see Manny Lemons takes on Hunter Gray at Ignition's main event next week.
Manny Lemons.
Curtis Cole, who looked like he had some life for a second, has it pump kicked and drop kicked right out of him. Again, ladies and gentlemen, next week on Ignition main event, Hunter Gray, our resident Viking, will take on Utah's Manny Lemons. You don't want to miss that. Tune in next week to Ignition. But right now we got one.
Really wish he would come back. AJ would come back full time. Yeah, not in his, not in the cards. It would appear at this moment.
Never say die attitude. He's so unorthodox. He's, even his lifestyle is unorthodox. He's just not your typical guy. He just will never back down from a fight.
Drives the shoulder into the midsection of Curtis Cole, stuck in that corner. Tagged by Anaya, but Hoodlum went for that elbow. Curtis Cole moves.
Ooh, what a kick.
Just got kicked in the head.
Had the wherewithal to get out of the way of Hoodlum's elbow, but not to get out of the way of that kick by Anaya. But he's able to duck underneath this clothesline, and a double clothesline followed up.
Back when Manny used to show up at the shows and wrestle. Yeah, Lord Mitchell Taylor knows all about that.
He is the smallest guy in this matchup.
Facing the wrong direction, though. There you go. It needs to roll over. He has to get Humphrey.
Curtis
Jacobs
got
into
those
the ring.
massive chops on the side, those mutton chops.
There's the tag. He makes it. This could be the momentum shifter. And now he lifts him up. Scoop slam, maybe. Very old school style by Humphrey Jacobs, the king of old style.
He's going to go for this pin here. He wants to end this thing, and Anaya able to break it up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see new and vintage Rocky Mountain Pro and NRW content.
Stay
Go to
right here on YouTube
themayo.com/RMP.
at
You can see all
RMP
the
Wrestling.
classics from the very, very
Everything right
beginning
here on this
of
channel.
Rocky Mountain
Don't need to
Pro
go
and
anywhere
NRW
else. This is our
online
home
with
now.
Charged episode 1.
That's right.
Go to themayo.com/RMP to see vintage Rocky Mountain Pro.
And once again, Curtis Cole back in this matchup, and he's just trying to stay alive. It almost looks like he's attacking anything that moves, but the Gorillas, I believe the Gorillas are just too well-oiled of a machine.
Damn straight they're too oiled. That's for sure. These guys know their
They
thing.
haven't been tag team champions very long.
Well, they have it in Hoodlum now, going to the top rope.
Oh,
And
no.
Throws him off. I don't know if he hit his face or his stomach or both there. And here comes Anaya, though. Not giving, again, talking about teamwork. He did not give Curtis Cole a second to follow that up.
Just stalking is Humphrey Jacobs. What is he
On the top
planning
rope, he's gonna
here?
go up for it, but Humphrey Jacobs, he's lining up underneath, club to the small of the back.
Humphrey Jacobs almost stalking Anaya from behind.
Picks him up into that
Big
knocks him
HJ1
off
spine
right
buster.
into the spine buster.
He likes to call that the hump buster.
Hump buster, I'm
That's
sorry.
right, it is the hump
Get that
buster.
right. Big Curtis Cole throws him into that blockbuster.
Oh!
This has got to be it. They need to make a tag.
No, I believe Curtis Cole's the legal man.
Could this be it? Could they retain 2 and 3? And
Oh
that's
my
it.
God!
Humphrey Jacobs the first, and Curtis Cole still your Rocky Mountain Pro Tag Team Champions. It did not look good
Yes,
for
he
most
did.
of that matchup, Lucas, but they were able to get back together, get on the same page. They're still the Tag Team Champions.
I thought for
Unbelievable.
sure that the Gorillas were going to take the belts, but you know, Curtis Cole and Humphrey Jacobs the first somehow, some way, found it within inside themselves to come out with the big victory, and in front of this raucous crowd here at the Rack House, are able to retain their titles.
Champions able to fend off the Gorillas one more time. I don't know how many times they're going to be able to do this. There's no denying that the more polished, the more experienced tag team is the Left Coast Gorillas, but on this night, Humphrey Jacobs the first and Curtis Cole were
Get the
able to
victory.
muster up just enough to retain the Rocky Mountain Pro Tag Team Championship.
And what will this do for their continuity going forward? I mean, this has to be a big,
Uh-oh.
big boost for this
And only
tag
help with the
team.
Gorillas back in the ring and a double pump kick.
Sore
Gorillas
losers are the Gorillas.
don't like to lose.
Unbelievable, yet believable because of who's doing it. And then the Left Coast Gorillas not taking this thing, not taking this loss very easily.
Well, they never do. They've never been good sports. Sportsmanship is not in their vocabulary.
They're going to get out. Another pump kick the ref.
Angus, he does show up in Utah. He just seemed to ghost his tag team partner here recently, and to the point where that partner lost that tag team championship.
None
The
too
Chopper
happy about
City.
losing again
Bruce
to the
Wayne's
tag
in that
team
T-Bar.
champions. We know they have no
Now, security
respect
getting
for those
control
who are
here.
not fans of those two guys, and they look at
Oh, then they just
taking out security.
The Grills only really respond.
Heavy fines definitely going to be coming down for this one.
They don't respond to authority very well.
And with the CEO,
Took me a little
Titus
time to figure
Machiavelli,
that out when I started
that's true.
running
do
with
whatever
them.
the hell they want.
Who knows what's going to happen with that? I don't have as much control over
Referees
that as I
down,
used to have.
security's down, tag team champions down.
while
That's what
victorious,
happens
now
when
laid
you
out in the
mess
ring
with the
along with a security
4-point
guard
card.
and a referee, and now
4-point
the other
card.
three
I forget how
what is
that
going
goes.
on, Lucas?
Our
The
entire
more security
team
taken
is
out.
down and out, and the Gorillas are just causing havoc and chaos here at the Rack House.
Back on top of Curtis Cole now.
And this is not good for. Oh my! They're out of control.
Someone needs to get out here and do something about this. The Left Coast Gorilla just running roughshod on everybody now.
And now Humphrey Jacobs the first.
Double pump kicks to the faces.
Get him!
Oops.
Somebody get him out of here.
That's our next episode.
Grabbing
Getting
those
ready to
titles which are not theirs. These guys are despicable, absolutely despicable. You try to tell people about their talent. You try to put over the fact that they're a well-oiled machine, and you would think these guys could win without these tactics. But every week they do the same thing, and we act surprised every week.
Well, next week, big main event, Manny Lemons takes on Hunter Gray. We'll see you next week on Ignition.
All right, we are 3/4 of the way through. 3/4 of the way through. One more episode to go. Remember that once we finish this, I'm going to go stream on my channel. I'll put you guys the link here at the end of the night so you guys can come on over if you want to. Going to be playing some No Man's Sky tonight. New update, big update, update 4.4 called Echoes. If you know anything about me, you know I love No Man's Sky. Very excited to see all this has been updated. We'll talk about it all there. Let's get going. Steven Ashburn versus two cool dudes. Of course, we just saw RJ Kernan, then known as Zero Cool. And of course, a different look for our former Rocky Mountain Pro champion, the longest reigning champion in RMP history, Dustin Urich. Rocking the Zumbas here tonight.
It's a little more relaxed around here, at least a little better atmosphere. You notice there's something missing around here?
Something is missing, and we feel like we can just go about our business without looking behind our backs constantly. I heard, what are those guys? What's their names?
The monkeys. I mean, the gorillas. Is that it?
Something like that. I think they have. I heard that they have been barred from the building. They're not allowed to be here, which means we can just have a professional wrestling event without it being interrupted by those two.
Yes, no chimpanzees in the building tonight. The gorillas, left coast gorillas. I just got corrected. I'm sorry.
We are starting tonight off.
Lucas.
Match. Charged champion Steven Ashburn takes on two cool dudes. We've got Zero Cool over there in the corner, and in the ring right now, getting his arm kicked by Steven Ashburn. Is it not too cool or not so cool? Did we ever figure out what Dustin Urich's moniker is?
It's
not cool at all.
It's not cool at all. Dustin Urich, Zero Cool, Tony Martin, and
he didn't even want to be slightly cool.
No, he'll become the Vulture in a couple of years, and everything will change.
And have you noticed there's also something else missing in this matchup?
Vulture,
no protest tonight by,
the championship, the wake. One of the biggest
he has to wrestle two guys.
Times in RMP history.
Doesn't hold a lot of respect for Zero Cool.
The only time in my recollection, that the entire locker room stood against somebody or something.
Got a leapfrog here. Dustin Urich now into the ropes. Blocks that hip toss underneath.
Look at that. Now you can tell why he's the longest reigning champion.
He has been around a long time. He's very solid technically.
Can't help yourself sometimes, Lucas. This is true.
Probably, 12, 13.
It's safe to say those things when you know there's no Hoodlum or Anaya there to respond.
He is a guy that just keeps coming at you, and he's going to give you a fight.
Wonder if we'll ever see him back in RMP. We're talking about Ashburn?
Really realizes what he's up against this evening.
Right. One of the seasoned veterans in our locker room here at Rocky Mountain Pro. Definitely the leader.
If we're talking about Ashburn, my understanding was
no doubt about it.
He was going with a win-lose
and Ashburn, John with the fans, and now
or draw ending to his match at NRW against Mercury Yaden last year. And I believe that he is retired. As for Urich, Dustin Urich, yes, I
You know,
got a
how cocky
feeling.
is Steven Ashburn
I got a
to
feeling
take on
that we're going to
the
see
former
Dustin Urich
Rocky Mountain Pro Tag Team Champions in a two
at some point.
situation. I mean, he asked for this. This is what he wanted.
You know what's weird when you say that? The former
But I
Rocky
wouldn't get
Mountain
my hopes
Pro
up
Tag Team
soon.
Champions. I forget it wasn't that long ago that Two Cool Dudes had championship gold, and it was because Steven Ashburn, who was champions with Tyler Stinson at the time as the balance, got disqualified. And this
Nice
was right
forearm.
after the rule
Ashburn
change,
always
where
delivers
now
such
Titus
strong
could change hand on
forearms.
disqualification. He snapped. I think kicked
I think we
Zero
could see
Cool
Dustin
low,
for sure.
and they became the champions.
And if you missed that episode
Not
of
soon, but
Charged,
sooner
you
rather
can
than
go
later.
back
I would
to
feel.
Vimeo.com/Rocky Mountain Pro. Find our on-demand section. You can catch every episode of Charge from episode 1 to episode 106.
Right here on the
Whatever
YouTube
I think we ended up
at
to 106 there
RMP
online
Wrestling.
before we
Right here
started
where
shooting
you are,
season 1 of
you can
Charge
see
on
all
TV.
the former
Here we are at Ignition. The
charges.
relaunching of
We're
Ignition
running
over the
back
last few
through the
weeks.
ignitions.
I've
You
had
can
a
watch
great
them
time
on your
calling
own.
with you, Lucas.
You have that
It's getting kind of a
$9.99
different feel
membership. You can
for
watch
Rocky
all the old
Mountain Pro action here at
pay-per-views.
the Rack House, 2875 Blake Street out here in Lower
Almost 14
downtown.
years of
One.
content right here on
One
this
count.
channel.
Was that a 2 count?
I think it just won there.
I was too busy letting people know about this wonderful facility now that we get to shoot Ignition out of. Great cider, great lager.
It's where we
C
now
squared
currently
ciders.
film
the
Charged.
Rack House
This
Pub
last
together.
TV taping, well over
Wonderful
1,000
tasting room.
people
And
in
they
the
happen to
outdoor
host
portion of the event.
Wrestling
What a
Elevator.
beautiful evening.
Fantastic.
Spectacular Colorado weather.
Crowd here.
And
They
a
are
loud
rowdy bunch.
Denver
I call
crowd.
them the Rack House Rowdies.
Zero Cool tried to run to his corner to get a tag, caught by Steven Ashburn.
Much like
Ran
Curtis
him in
Cole,
the
you can
corner,
say
and
so
that
many
drives
negative things about
the
Steven
forearm and the
Ashburn.
elbow right across
One of the
the
things that
jaw
you
of Zero
cannot
Cool.
say
Everything
negatively
Ashburn
is
does with
his
vicious
in-ring
intent.
talent. It's
You know, he's lost
beyond
his mind.
his
He's
years.
He's got this violent temper about him. You know, there's been suggested that he take anger management. And
Yeah, I don't know if anger management would work for
was
him.
not a fan of that. And in fact, he got rewarded for not taking anger management by Vince Russo.
Vince Russo all
Easy.
about the ratings.
Mr. Russo is a very kind
Oh, Zero Cool
individual
able to
that
duck underneath,
treated
give
me
him a-
very well when he was the
what would we call
producer
that?
of
That
our
was
television.
sort
I
of
never had a
a,
complaint.
cool
Granted, I was the
bottom,
CEO and I was
something of that
technically his
nature.
boss, but that's
Zero bottom, maybe?
irrelevant.
Zero Cool, though, doesn't
We
look like
worked
he knows where
as-
he is. What's he?
As teammates together. Yes, Vince Russo used to be a
Oh,
part
I
of
see
our
where he's
television
going
program a
here.
couple different times.
They say
Colorado
takes
guy
off the
himself
lemon
these
elbow
days.
pad.
imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Oh, what's going on here? What is he? Now, whoa,
So
and a big
Zero
elbow, but
Cool.
Lucas Bradwell,
I gotta tell you, I
he
prefer
took
RJ
off the left
Kiernan
elbow
versus
pad,
Zero Cool.
threw it into the crowd, and then dropped the right elbow that still had the pad on him. So how
RJ
effective
was here.
that really?
Just- that was the not
Zero
cool
Cool,
at all.
RJ
There
Kiernan was in
nothing
our
cool
chat
about
earlier.
that elbow.
Even teased that he
Ashburn
may
comes
have to do
fading
something
down.
about returning. I don't know about that.
Dustin Urich now says he's
Ashburn
going
not
up to
wearing
the
his
top.
Aquaman tights.
Dustin Urich known to drop a pretty mean elbow. If he can get
Whoa!
his balance on that top rope. Here he goes, and with
Big
the
ol'
headbutt.
headbutt.
Stephen Ashford able to get out of the
Vintage
way.
Dustin
But
Urich
did
for
he?
sure.
Was he able to land that a little bit?
Wait a minute. They're saying no tag. The ref is saying no tag was made by, or he didn't see it. I don't know. Did you see a tag?
You know what? I don't. I thought there was a tag, Lucas, but I don't know if I actually specifically saw the tag. I guess I just kind of assumed because they were both in the corner.
I think that was a blind
There
tag the
was no
referee
tag.
never saw.
Urich looked about as comfortable as a fish out of water on the ropes, and
Knee to the back sends him right neck first into that middle rope. Zero Cool ducks a clothesline, and there's
Big
that knee to
knee.
the face.
this is where Ashburn's so dangerous. He starts getting more and more aggressive, and you know what he's setting him up for.
Working his arm for that system lock.
No, they didn't. But I had a hand in a lot of that too, Lucas.
And that is
That should be it right
Locks
there.
it in there.
System
Boy, he's got
lock.
that thing deep. Dustin Urich unconscious by the rope, and then he taps out, and that's going to be it. Stephen Ashburn,
referee called for the bell, but he's not letting it go.
Stephen Ashburn successfully.
Zero Cool
defeats
wouldn't
two
have been
men
booked at
in a handicap
Starrcade
tag match to open up
1998 because
Ignition.
he's missing an important thing, according to
Listen
Eric
that
Bischoff.
crowd booing and
A
disapproval.
tan.
I don't think he has one fan in this place.
He Texas Charge Championship. Well, up next, it's our main event of the evening as Manny Lemons.
All right, main event. Finishing up our stream for tonight. Once again, thank you guys for joining. No, we didn't have live pro wrestling tonight. The roster is at Lakeside Amusement Park. They're entertaining the locals. Unfortunately, unable to get a, we knew we wouldn't get a great bandwidth from there to give you guys what we expect from our programs. So didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Wanted to spend an hour and a half with you guys talking Ignition, the history of Ignition. This is episode 8, which is amazing, back all the way in 2017. So give you guys an opportunity to really see the history of this company. Sometimes it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rocky Mountain Pro Ignition. Manny Lemons.
All right, Hunter Gray, the resident Viking, taking on
Hunter Gray.
Manny Lemons, the former, currently now the former tag team champion. Never once defended that championship. Anyways.
Mario Vander, sugar-free Mario Vander, our Rocky Mountain Pro champion, issuing an open challenge for his title.
Once again, that'll be from
it's my pleasure, Thor.
Golden, Colorado, the home of Rocky Mountain Pro Charge, which again, you can see on the Fite app and on YouTube every Wednesday night, 9 p.m.
Tuesday
Eastern
night for a
time.
charge.
Rocky
Tuesdays.
Mountain Pro Charge on the Fite app and on YouTube. Make sure you tune in to see all the action from the quarry in Golden, Colorado.
Got to be careful in the ring with Hunter Gray.
Network. We are proud to be a part of the United Wrestling Network. And, well, Manny Lemons, speaking of United Wrestling Network, as he comes out of Utah, one of our sister companies.
CW0 in Utah kicks Hunter Gray low, but didn't seem to do a whole lot for him.
Manny, you're in.
And I think he just realized that had zero effect on the Norse Nightmare. Grabbing him now, and Hunter Gray, shot after shot into the corner. A big hip toss out of the corner.
Unless you're blind, I don't have to tell you about the huge size and power advantage that Hunter
Watch
Gray
that.
has over
Throw him
Manny
across
I
the
was
ring.
just about to ask your opinion on this, Lucas Bradwell, and who you thought had the strength advantage. I'm glad you answered that.
Yeah, I've got my PhD. That's why I was able to answer that question.
I did not know that. He's got to pick him up. Looks like he's going to scoop him up and squatting with him now.
Get a little exercise in before.
Legs trying to get out.
Maybe
Nowhere
didn't
to go
stretch
but
enough
down,
prior
and I
to the
have a
match.
feeling that we're going to see him right to the canvas. Hunter Gray in firm control here. UCW0, part of the United Wrestling Network. That is where Manny Lemons comes from. We also see him down at Championship Wrestling from Arizona. United Wrestling Network doing some great things. We are proud to be a part.
Oh, almost a code breaker by Manny Lemons.
Did not put the big man down. Another one. That should do it.
And that one brings the big man down to his feet. Surprising. You rarely see Hunter Gray on his back. Could we see a huge upset? Oh, and a kick out.
Just talking about Hunter Gray recently with the dudes on Recharge, I believe. Just the other day.
They were almost shot.
Hunter, just if you were around Hunter prior to him, getting ready to wrestle, guy puts down serious foods like whole chickens,
Manny Lemons now really proud of himself. I don't know
buckets
how smart
of
it is to not just jump all over Hunter Gray right now.
rice, or
But
sometimes
no one
he'll
ever
do
accused
potatoes.
Manny Lemons
Just guy
being
just
the most
eats.
intelligent
It's unreal.
individual in the room.
And he's going into that fanny pack, and he looks like he's got some citrus fruit here.
Oh, here comes the lemons.
The lemon patch. Look at
Distracts him with the lemon into the corner. Taking more shots to the midsection. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And now we're rubbing the lemon juice right into the eyes.
Is that something they teach at the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy?
Absolutely not. I want a disclaimer. Manny Lemons did not come from the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy.
Now called the
We
Al
do
Snow
not
Wrestling
teach that
Academy Rocky Mountain.
in Golden, that's for sure. But you can't argue with the effectiveness.
What if
Manny Lemons staying on top.
If you
of
want to
Hunter Gray.
learn the right way to wrestle, though, you can go to the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy. Go to mercuryprowrestling.academy online to get more information on how you can become a professional wrestler, an announcer, a commentator, a referee, or a Viking, maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
know.
Manny Lemons now.
Or a commentator, or work in
re-realizing
production.
the power of the Viking
We do
now,
so
Hunter
many
Gray.
things at the Al Snow Wrestling
on to that
Academy
rope,
Rocky
holding
Mountain. Just
right
go to
over the top.
rmpwrestling.com/train to
front
learn
row.
more about starting your career in
Blocks
pro
the punch.
wrestling
Big
right
headbutt.
here at the
Getting
Al
hit with a
Snow
boulder.
Wrestling Academy Rocky Mountain.
And brings him back in. Hunter Gray doing a lot of growling and grunting.
It's like he's looking for food or something. I don't know. Oh, big shoulder block by Manny Lemons, the semi-pro football player.
Took a little too long for Hunter Gray to turn around, and that is I'm glad you said that. I mean, Manny Lemons isn't the biggest guy, but he is a semi-pro football player. He does know how to tackle, I think. At least shoulder tackle here, I guess we could see. He knows how to throw his weight behind it, and he was able to get enough of Hunter Gray earlier in the matchup to knock him off his feet again.
That's just going to anger Hunter
Well, that
Gray.
didn't last very long.
Not a very smart strategy by Manny Lemons.
Manny Lemons not sure what to do at this point. just shoves him down to the canvas.
And he's kind of getting himself charged up.
I think we call that the Norse hammer, where Hunter Gray's from. Right across the top of the skull. Double axe handle. Manny Lemons.
Now he's pulling up those. What are those? Are you a historian? What are those?
I am not a
leg
historian.
warmers?
I would assume they just keep him warm. I don't know. A lot of fur there on Hunter Gray.
And he's measuring him up here.
Swing and a miss there by Manny Lemons and brings him down.
Atomic drop. Big clothesline.
Huge clothesline. Manny Lemons with no answers at this point. I think he's used up all his lemon juice, so.
And now he's getting himself ready. The Rocky Mountain Pro fans.
Hunter Gray with the war cry here in the corner. Manny Lemons. Not sure where he is. Listen to that crowd getting behind Hunter Gray.
To the beat of the Viking drum there.
And this isn't going to end well for Manny
Big
Lemons.
bicycle
Right
kick.
across the jaw. I think
that's it.
1, 2, and 3, and that is it. No surprise, Lucas Bradwell. Hunter Gray dominantly victorious once again here on Rocky Mountain Pro Ignition.
Manny Lemons, he gave it a valiant effort, I guess, but just not in the same class as Hunter Gray, especially not in the power when it comes to power and being a
Hunter with the victory over Manny
Next week,
Lemons.
Gregory Aiden, are you ready for the open challenge that was issued by our Rocky Mountain Pro champion, Sugar-Free Mario Vander?
Absolutely. Make sure you tune in. We will be at the Quarry next week. Open challenge, Rocky Mountain Pro champion, Sugar-Free Mario Vander. Tune in next week. We'll see you there.
All right. Wow, that was a fast hour and a half, wasn't it not? Just flew by for us. Got a chance to see 4 episodes of Rocky Mountain Pro Ignition. Just showing you guys some of the history of this show that you see every Thursday live right here on YouTube. You also see us on Twitch, Rumble, Facebook, Kick, lots of places. All of our social media, RMP Wrestling, and of course the main is our website, rmpwrestling.com, where you can find out upcoming events, stuff with the roster. You want to become a pro wrestler, you can go to the train section and learn how to do that learn to do it as well. So lots of things going on at Rocky Mountain Pro. 1 week from tonight, Supercharged 2. You must be a member. Hit that join button on the left-hand side just below the screen. It says join. $9.99 gives you the pay-per-view level. That gives you Supercharge every month. It will give you our pay-per-view every other month. Our pay-per-view every other month. Shocktober coming up, beginning of October. Supercharged next week. Lots of things going on. Appreciate you guys being here. As I said, I'm going to be heading over to my channel in about 15 minutes. Going to put that link in chat for you right there. You can go over there. Going to turn on No Man's Sky, the new update that just came out today. And we're going to play that for quite a while and have a good time just sitting chatting. We'll talk more about the loss that we suffered as a community in wrestling. If you hadn't heard, Bray Wyatt passed away earlier today at the age 36. We'll talk about Bray. We'll talk about Funk, who we lost yesterday. We'll talk about, of course, RMP. Anything that, kind of gets you guys excited, we will be there. See you guys on Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That will be the Rocky Mountain Pro Rewind, going back and look at all the history of Rocky Mountain Pro. We're closing in on the run here now to milestone 3. Can't believe that we're just did milestone 13 and we're going all the way back 10 years. But that is what we are going to be doing. So join us Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the rewind. But until then, guys, join me over on my channel. Where's my music? I tell you what, you think that you do things right, and just doesn't seem to work for you. Yeah, I don't get it. Don't get it at all. There we go. Anyway, see you guys on Sunday. Dudes will be joining me as well, and of course, Tuesday, Recharged, the go home before Supercharged 2. Until I see you guys again, thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to you on the flip side.